You know, I don't think anybody disagrees that Harrison Ford is a badass, has portrayed badasses, and is pretty much a cinematic legend. No argument there. Definitely not from us. But guess what? In 2 more years, we can wait for another Indiana Jones movie starring Harrison Ford. And guess how old he's going to be at that time?
78.
That's right. 78. You know how much 78 is? It's 2 years away from fucking 80.
Yep.
AKA, you're not going to only break your little hoof, Harrison. You're going to break a damned hip. It's time to retire Indiana Jones. It's done.
It was time to retire Indiana Jones before Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah. That was really your last shot and you fucking ruined it immediately.
Hey, looking like a mummy.
It was horrible, man. I remember watching this. I remember when I showed you the set pictures.
Yeah.
And there was one where he was just like a desiccated corpse
in the back of
a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, man, that's not good. And look, if you really look at the movie, I think we can all agree the movie is not good.
Nope.
You know? I'm not going to even go as far, though I should, to call it complete garbage, which I feel, honestly, it is pretty damn close to complete garbage. But there's some moments in there that are fine. But a movie, it is not. It's a piece of shit, really. That being said, if you put aside how awful a movie Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was and just look at Harrison Ford himself, go back and watch that movie and watch him run around. Look at his legs. You know, when his pants hit just the right way, you're like, those are old man legs, man. You can tell an old man leg a mile away.
It looked like a chicken wing.
There's no way those legs are ambulating him through that whole adventure without lots of rest.
Yeah.
Which clearly he had in between shots. Because fuck, he was ancient in that. And he's ancient, even more ancient now. How many years has it been since fucking Crystal Skull?
Shit, it has to have been like 10 years, right?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. If anything, he showed us that he could still play up a good adventure role when he reprised his role as Han.
Yeah.
It worked, man. It worked for me, right?
They didn't have him like freaking running around and shit.
Yeah, the thing is, now as an audience, we just inherently, and this was a big problem for me when I watched Crystal Skull, I just know he's old. And, you know, and I get it, they tongue-in-cheek approached it in the movie, but it doesn't matter. Just inherently, you know the motherfucker can't do all that shit. What's he going to do? Whip his way up a wheelchair ramp at some point? Because fuck, that's what I'm waiting for. You know, the point is, we're waiting 2 more stanky years for fucking Harrison Ford to reprise his role. At which point, I don't wish ill on the man. Except for that fucking earring.
That earring can go straight to hell.
You're 1,000, dude. Stop wearing the one earring in the ear.
Only Morgan can do that.
Yeah, only Morgan, because he's got, you know, the one weird hand to balance it out.
Yeah.
You don't got the one weird hand. You got the janky foot, apparently. But the point is,
you're breaking that, baby.
Doesn't matter how many cool planes you fly. Doesn't matter how many people you save. Doesn't matter how much weed you smoke.
Yeah.
Doesn't fucking matter. You're not cool enough to be Indiana Jones anymore. You're just not. I shouldn't say it that way, but you know, yeah,
it's not cool
you're
enough
not
to be
at that level. You couldn't do it one instance before. You know, it's too late to save this. But here's my suggestion: if they are gonna do it, I think it's the most obvious solution on earth. You know, they need to let the character go with some dignity. That means the movie can't 100% be all Harrison Ford, because Kingdom of the Crystal Skull proved that he wasn't even willing to do that.
Yeah.
We got Shia fucking buff swinging with fake ass monkeys through a fake ass forest, followed by a fake ass battle.
With fake ass ants.
Yeah, all the ants,
Everything
man.
was fake.
Everything was fake in that movie. That's a whole nother video. Spielberg's obsession with his weird fake CGI worlds now. But anyway, whatever. The point is, he just proved that it's just not up to this role anymore. And he shouldn't be. He's 1,000. The solution is simple. Have him go on the search, forced into a search by some villainous entity. Maybe bring the Nazis back. I don't know, because everybody likes those. Maybe the Nazis aren't. You know,
I definitely love Nazis in movies.
Yeah,
just to make that clear. Definitely not a fan of Hitler.
Just look. Already, history has shown us that a bunch of Nazis escaped the war and went to South America. Why not have them try to reignite the Third Reich in South America, or maybe it's now the Fourth Reich? I don't know. And they coerce fucking old Indy to go on the search for the Fountain of Youth. And guess what? A third into the movie, he finds it, and they make to kill him. They make away with the water to give to whoever. I don't know. Maybe they're bringing fucking Hitler. Maybe Hitler fucking lived. I don't know what the fuck the Nazis are doing. The point is, he fucking lands in the fucking pool, the final youth, and he comes out a younger fucking actor. Replace the fucking guy. If you really want to make Indiana Jones, you got to replace him at this point. You just gotta. You can't have this 100,000-year-old mummy being an adventurer anymore.
Who would you get to replace him? Frank Kranz?
The big rumors a few years ago when Catherine Kennedy took over Lucasfilm.
I didn't kill it.
It's right here. Was that they wanted Chris Pratt to do it, which is fine. Yeah. But there's literally a guy out there that's an actor that looks exactly like Harrison Ford.
All right.
I can't remember his name. But there was this whole thing when they were casting Solo, or Han Solo for Solo. Everybody was like, you gotta get that guy, right? He looks like him. He can act like him,
Han Solo. I'm Captain Millennium Falcon. Chewie tells me you're looking for a passage to the Alderaans.
Why not get that guy? And then they were all pissed that they got this other dude. So there's somebody out there that looks exactly like the motherfucker. If you really got concerned about how close he looks like him. But there's a lot of charismatic fuckers out there.
Frank Kranz.
Frank Kranz being number one.
Yeah.
If you're really that determined to make this fucking thing, if you've shown us anything, Disney, Lucasfilm, it's that you don't give a fuck about what fans...
It's a good point.
So just do it. Just do it. Just get this old man out of the way. Let him do old man movies that are cool. He can still do them, But
what was the last cool Harrison Ford movie you can think
that's the thing. What's the last cool...
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that fucking Force Awakens, his role in that was cool, but I guess, whatever. It's not like everybody was like, hell yeah, that old Han in that movie was the best. No, they were just like, well, he was one of the better things.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's exactly the point. What's the last great fucking Harrison Ford role? It's been a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if there has been one that people like, it's usually a reprise of something. The point is, you need to off this fucking character or do something. I do agree that, man, they should try to fix what happened with Kingdom of Crystal Skulls. But sometimes, when you mess up a painting, you should just leave it messed up. It's kind of like that Jesus monkey painting.
Yeah.
It's just like, you fucked it up. Just leave it alone, because the more you tamper with it, next thing you know, you got Jesus monkey.
I'm going to have to put the Jesus monkey picture on it. Damn it.
This is just show them the painting, and that's proof of what might happen with Indiana Jones. Anyway, that's our thoughts on Indiana Jones. What do you think? Should he be given another shot to fix this? Should they just retire this character? The fuck, man? He's 1,000, bros.
I think they should get the team that did Patrick Stewart's smoothing effects for
Wolverine Origins. Worst smoothing effects ever. He looked like a pancake. Hashtag Patrick
Pancake Stewart.
Speaking of 80-year-olds reprising the roles, Patrick Stewart now.
Yeah, he's actually 80.
Yeah, he's 80. And he's going to be Picard. But you know what Picard does? Stand around and sit a lot. So that makes sense. Yeah. He was basically already playing an old man.
Pretty much.
So that makes sense.
And he looks the same.
And he looks the same. Well, a little thinner, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's it.
We'll get him in that lobster suit. We got a good-ass Star Trek series.
Now you got to put in the lobster suit.
I do.
Shit, I'd take Picard as fucking Indiana Jones anytime.
With a lobster suit?
Bring in Ian McKellen as a Nazi, and then we're good. Make up for that shitty Nazi he played in That Pupil. I'm sorry, that fucking movie sucked.
Also diddling.
Looks great. And of course, the Bryan Singer. We got to a whole different...
Yeah, we did. We got to end this vid.
Let's end this fucker. Tell us what you think about old Harrison Ford, and I do mean old Harrison Ford. I'm Ahab. That's Goontig. We are out.
Movies, music, story times, all kinds of shit for you. Anything goes inside and out from a couple of corpulent Jews. Movies, music, story times, all kinds of shit for you.